over?
Whichever you prefer, friend.
Because we've been on it, but I had it like, well, never mind. We can get into it because I'm recording it. Fuck it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about all things Housewives Reunion Part 1. Make sure you guys follow us on our managed platform. I have two of my friends in here to give their perspective so y'all don't feel like I'm being biased. Yeah, we're just gonna talk about it. If y'all have anything y'all want to add, please comment. I'm gonna have a certain segment towards the end where certain people can call in. Y'all can video stream in with us, grab a drink, pull up, share your opinions, watch your mouth though, and we're gonna really get into it.
Watch your mouth though.
I got TJ. I also got Trey. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much for
having me. Absolutely.
Okay, so as we know, they had to get ready at home, which a lot of us was over because of the fact that you know what I'm saying, you feel like it's gonna be ghetto. We so used to them, having extravagant outfits, locations, all that good shit. So how did y'all feel about that?
Well,
go for it, TJ.
Well, what I would say, honestly, I thought that it was going to be kind of like a snooze in a sense. I was just like curious as to see how they was going to make that work, considering the fact that we're just so used to them being in a ballroom, them sitting next to each other, the tension, the energy. We just so used to that. So I was just curious to see exactly like what was going to happen, being that they weren't doing that this year. And honestly, I mean, I kind of like it because they're comfortable. They're drunk from what I personally can see, and they just let everything just hang out. In a sense, fashionably, I think they all look great. The makeup could have, it could have helped a few girls, but unfortunately,
who do you feel like it could have helped?
Well, Marlo and Nene mainly, their makeup was a fool. Like, it didn't match their skin. They looked very much so like some white girls. They was over powdered, they was overdone, and it didn't do anything for me.
Not over powdered and overdone. I'm weak. So my take as far as I was actually very excited to see how it played out, and I'm gonna say why. Oh, TJ, I didn't cut you off, did I?
No, you good.
Okay. So I was very excited to see how it played out, and I'm gonna tell you why. So most people know that I am a fan of Nene Leakes, and I have been for years. I do call her out on her bullshit, but I am a fan of hers. So I watched Nene's YouTube channel, and she basically broke down a little bit, gave a little bit of a teaser to the reunion and how things were going to play out. So I was excited to see the new dynamic of the reunion. It was very well lit. I think it was very professional. I thought sound, honestly, was going to be the biggest hiccup, like not necessarily their looks, but definitely the sound. And honestly, the only person whose sound bothered me was Cynthia, but she really didn't bring much to this episode, so I guess it didn't really matter. Yeah. As far as Marlo's makeup, so I know Marlo is such a label queen, and she considers herself to be this fashion mogul, but for the last 2 years, I was very underwhelmed with Marlo's hair, makeup, and outfit, to be quite honest with you. So I didn't really pay much attention to her. Nene did look very light-skinned tonight. She was very added. So, and she said she wasn't one of the girls who raised her hand to say that she did her own makeup. So I'm going to blame the makeup artist. And if your makeup artist made you look like you were casket ready, then I think he needs to be fired. Because sis looked casket ready, like she looked like they lightened the body up before the family came in, and I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go ahead. What was you going to say?
Oh no, I was just saying. And as far as looks are concerned, Eva pissed me off, baby, because them titties. Eva, you have been in this industry for way too long to not use some boob tape or something to lift your breasts and make them sit the way that they are supposed to. Portia never disappoints me as far as the look is concerned, and I was very impressed with Candy's hair and makeup, considering she did it herself.
Yeah. Now, me personally, I felt like I can't understand when somebody reads something that's natural when they have something that's enhanced. So I couldn't get into the read of Eva's breast because it was coming from someone that has fake breasts. So,
right.
I couldn't take the read for what it was. That personally, it was a cute read. Now it was, but at the same time, yours are enhanced. So you really are the read when it comes from my eyes.
So does Portia have? Okay, so wait, does Portia have fake breasts, or did she get a mommy makeover so that they?
No, dude. If you go back, you remember Portia used to draw her titties on. Portia ain't got no titties
at all.
Wow.
Portia used to go back to
I do remember
Portia,
her saying Coco and Chanel.
They used to have to give her the little cleavage titty. Those are fake titties.
And season 6, she basically said in so many words at the reunion that she basically got her titties done.
You're right, because Andy did say something looks different, and she was like, "Oh, really? What is it?" And it was Coco and Chanel. So y'all are right. It wasn't a mommy makeover. She did get her breast done.
And the thing is, like, as far as like just piggybacking off what Lyric said about the whole read towards Eva, like, to me, I just feel like, you know, her breasts or whatever, that's something that I've seen many times on normal girls. You know what I'm saying? So I personally didn't think that it was like, oh my God, this is something that has to be pointed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think that was just something like, oh, okay.
I didn't get, like, people went up for it, but I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't go up for that at all, because I see it.
So everybody loved Portia. So anything Portia say is woo. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I felt like, and I'm not even on the fake body parts, because that is one thing that I have always talked about, is these body goals with women with fake asses and all of that stuff. But what I will say is, Eva, you and Cynthia are top models. Y'all have walked the runways for some of the biggest names in the industry. I felt like the read was appropriate because you knew better than to come half-stepping to a reunion. If I expect anybody to come, like last year, Eva in the green dress,
I thought that she looked great. And I thought she looked great. And I thought that Portia looked childish with that tiara on her head. And I was glad that Kenya read her for it. When she said that, you know,
she was like, if you can't earn it,
you got to go out back. Because why are you a grown ass woman? Put that shit on little pillar head. Pilar.
Well, then, why? Well, hell, Kenya's childish ass brought that damn scepter a couple years ago.
But she was Miss America. She can do shit.
Miss America.
She can. That's her aesthetic. That's her thing. She's royalty. She's black royalty. She was a part of the program.
I mean, technically, Portia Williams is Atlanta royalty. Her family is well known around Atlanta.
She didn't even know
philanthropically.
She didn't even know what the Underground Railroad was. She's no royalty to no black person. Okay. She's royalty to the ghetto people who like her from the love and hip hop perspective of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm gonna move on from that. Nene, they were talking about Nene's single. And Nene is doing a lot better than everybody else's music, I guess, on the show. I don't know who she was shading. The only person she could have been shading was Portia, Candy, Kim, which I don't think is doing better than what Kim's did in that day that Kim's music was out. Because Kim's single did well, from what I remember.
And the thing about it is, like, this is what bothers me the most about Nene. You can ask Nene a simple question about her shoe, and the attitude or the drama she's gonna give you is like, a bitch can't wear the shoe that she has on, but you see that shoe everywhere. So when they asked her about the song and how it was doing, and she was like, "Oh, it's doing everybody else's." It's like, sweetheart, first and foremost, I personally haven't heard the song in full. And I'm pretty sure I speak for the mass. Well, I'm not going to say the masses, because you do have some Nene Leakes fans that will actually listen to whatever bullshit that she gives. So it's like, when it comes to her, I'm pretty sure most of the people haven't heard her song in full. So it's like, I don't know. She just has this superiority thing to where I just can't vibe with when it comes to her. I really can't.
So I think that superiority complex is not just a Nene thing. And I think that her, and as much as I dislike Kenya and as much as I do like Nene, I think that is one thing that they do have in common and alike, is this superiority complex. And I don't understand it from either one of them. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't understand it from either one of them. Kenya has been saying since the moment she stepped on that platform about how big of an actress she is, and she's been doing this since Kingdom Come. Kenya, baby, you have been a one scene, one liner extra in however many fucking shows that you have not had a featured role in anything. Nobody watched Twice. We heard except the Hood. The Hood watched Twice, but nobody mainstreamed. I have never seen Twice. And I am a person who is cultured enough to watch the white stuff as well as the black stuff as well as the Hispanic and whatever. But Kenya, baby, you can't go up when you don't have a resume like Kim Fields. If Kim Fields were to step on that platform again and talk about her acting, baby, you've been doing this since the 70s as a child and up until now. You got actor credit and producer credit and everything else in between that. So I could give that to Kim Fields. When Candy steps on this platform and talks about her music, you have every right to own that. But the way Kenya talks about...
So she can't talk about what she has done because she has acted. She has been in movies. She has been in shows. She never said she was the best actress. She said that she's acted and she is an actress.
I don't take that from her, but it's the way there is a tone and a connotation that comes off when people say certain things that
she's confident.
Elevates it.
Yeah,
she's confident.
No, she's arrogant.
Because that's like you, Trey, you on a reality show now. Are you going in there? Are you giving disclaimers? Yes, I'm a musician, but I only got this many fans, and I'm a this and that, but I only sell this. You know what I'm saying? Like you that's not how you approach a situation.
I'll give you that. I don't.
No, and I get what you're saying, but
I feel like there's a certain level of humbleness that you need to have. And Nene, because I'm not gonna exclude her because she's my fave. Nene, you are an executive, or I don't even think she has producer credit on Atlanta Housewives. So, but my thing is, okay, you are the original housewife. You are the one who brought the idea to Andy. You gathered the women. You are the reason that you were the connecting factor to why the franchise began in the first place. So I will give you that. But Lanithia, baby, you are not Mariah Huck. You are not an EP on somebody's show. Like, you're not Mona Scott Young, and you have this complex about yourself that you have Mona Scott Young credit, and you got 4-5 franchises in all these different cities, and you need to humble yourself as well. So I think her and Kenya both share this level of arrogance that, in my opinion, they haven't earned. Now, I
think with Kenya, Kenya is more so. Kenya is speaking more so from in my opinion, from a more confident perspective, because as a Black woman, when you're in a room and someone asks you what you do, you're supposed to basically sell yourself. So right. In the past seasons, we've seen Kenya sell herself and basically say, this is what I do, this is what I have done, and this is what I can do. As opposed to Nene, which is the reason why, in my opinion, I feel like they are two different people. Nene could say that she's doing something, and in her confession, she'll say, I'm doing this, while these girls are doing nothing. Yeah. While these girls they don't have no money, I am being booked here, there, X, Y, and Z. We never seen Kenya demonstrate that. So
excuse me? You said you've never seen Kenya
the only time I've seen Kenya discredit someone is when she was attacked.
Yep.
That's the only time I've seen Kenya, like, she did not open up the door and look and said, oh, she has nothing, or oh, she doesn't know how to do this.
I have to disagree with you, and I'm going to tell you why I have to disagree with you. She did it to Kim Fields about being Tootie on Facts of Life. She did it during that season with Kim Fields when they were talking about that.
They was combative with each other. Like, Kenya Kenya don't say a lot of right shit, but in her defense, she's always usually defended herself.
Exactly.
Nene will tear down a village just with the opening credits.
Exactly.
These girls could never, ever. I'm sitting here in my house and these girls, these haters, these da-da-da-da-da. This is her energy before anybody even says anything to her. That's the reason why, like, even with her and the energy she's been showing post reunion, when you said, I'm going to read these girls, when she said that, I'm ready for, this is her favorite thing, and woo-woo and woo-woo, and then you mad and you shut your computer screen down.
And the thing about it is, and the thing about it is, the reason why she's so comfortable with doing that is because with the exception of Kenya, and Candy, there's really not a girl that has really given Nene the business that is still on that show.
Yeah.
Example, Sheree, she couldn't do that with Sheree. It was always a back and forth with Sheree because Sheree was 10 toes down about who she is as a woman. She couldn't do that with. She couldn't do that with.
You said Sheree what?
Sheree knows her.
Yeah, and Sheree knows her exactly. She couldn't do that with Kim, Kim Zolciak, because Kim was always 10 toes down about who she is as a woman. So it's like,
I will give it to Sheree before I would give it to Kim.
We may not agree. We may not agree with her ways, but one thing's for sure, it was very much so. Nene not about Kim with Kim. You're not about to get Kim, and Kim not about to get you back. As opposed to Portia. Portia
not saying that Kim was winning, Trey. Not saying that Kim was overreading her, but Kim always was throwing the bullet back. Like
exactly.
I'll give you that.
Kim is gonna come back. Like it may not
exactly.
It may be some bullshit, but she gonna say something back.
Exactly. And it's just, and we've seen this situation. I mean, even though it was very brief, but we saw this situation with Claudia. It's like Nene battled certain girls who are no longer on that show that gave her the business in a sense, as opposed to Portia may say something slick, and then 5 minutes later she's crying, acting as if she was about to die without Nene in her life. Or you have someone like Cynthia who can't argue, who don't know how to argue, or you have someone like Marlo who cannot, she don't know where she's all over the planet. So it's like no one really gave Nene the business except for Kenya. That's the reason why, in my opinion, she cannot take her. And she would never be able to take her.
I think Candy gave Nene the business better than anybody if you really want to know.
And that's the reason why Nene cannot take Candy.
Kenya has never, in my opinion, ever read Nene. Tonight was the first time, in my opinion, that Kenya has ever been able to stick with Nene. And I think it was because they were virtual. Because on every reunion, especially when Phaedra was in the picture, Kenya could not say shit to Nene or Phaedra. They would shut her ass
down. But the level of the shadiness is also more intense than it's ever been. The reads are lower. The reads are more below the belt. Now, the only time it ever really got too nasty was with Phaedra and Kenya. And we all saw that unfold. But usually, keep it,
and she deserved every read
with people personal business. That's why even when Sheree hit through the little, you got your car repo, like that stuff used to be like, ooh. But now we are heard like the reads keep getting even more intense as the seasons go on. So that's why, even now, what I don't like is how people like Nene is really subconsciously and indirectly talking about people's kids.
Right.
People all know Candy because she's talking about Kenya and people don't like Kenya. It's disgusting if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because it used to be a certain type of discipline and like a guideline, a boundary, regardless of who you was, like you don't talk about that. But it's because Nene, everybody loves when Nene's acting a fool, but a couple of seasons ago, everybody hated Nene. But now that she's at Kenya's throne, everybody hates Kenya. Everybody's Nene's favorite person. Well, Nene's everybody's favorite person. And it's like, and she
I will.
What'd you say?
Hello?
Yeah, we here.
I was saying, even when I disliked Nene, because I don't know what happened. So even when I disliked, to you why I've never been on Kenya's side, and I never will be on Kenya's side unless she changes the of hers. From the moment Kenya stepped on that show, Kenya has shaded everybody. She has attacked people's marriages. She's just done very underhanded things. And unlike the other girls on the show, I feel like, okay,
hold on 1 second. Your signal breaking.
Like some of the other girls on the show, she doesn't take accountability for anything that she's done. And I'm like, give you a prime example tonight. Two of them, when black and white costume. Women got the woman that most texted at her value It's a tangle. And she avoids. The second one, we're on the other side of the fence. You want his marriage. You flirted with Apollo.
They lost him.
Yeah, his signal messing up. I thought it was just my phone that was picking it up.
I didn't hear anything that he said.
Hello?
Okay, yeah, you probably have to say all that you just said.
You gotta say all this. You gotta say all that shit all over again.
Your phone was like in slow mo.
Oh my God! What was the last thing y'all heard me say?
It was your whole spiel. We didn't like.
Okay.
We didn't get none of that.
Okay, so let me start over. My issue with Kenya, even when I dislike Nene for the bullshit.
There you go.
My issue with Kenya has always been who does not.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello? Am I here?
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me now? My issue with Kenya is that she's never taken accountability for any of the shit that she did. And I'll give you 2 examples, and I don't even have to go back. I will give them to you tonight. Andy asked her a very black and white question. How would you feel if a woman brought another woman to you and sat down in front of you about your husband, another married woman? She diverted the question and tried to say, well, Mark wasn't doing what Paul was doing, and he just didn't. Okay, so that was number 1. Number 2, you went at everybody else's on every season. Every marriage, she has gone at everybody's husband. She talked about Phaedra and Apollo. She openly flirted with that woman's husband on national television. She talked about how Croy turned a hoe into a housewife and how he was her little flunky or her little lackey or whatever the case may be. She talked about Greg and Nene's marriage. She's talked about Portia and Cordell's marriage. She literally has talked about every single Kim Fields. She alluded to her husband being gay. Like, she's talked about everybody else's marriage, but now
And he paused again.
Yeah. Okay, but whenever he drops back, but so this is my thing. Even from Trey's perspective, I understand.
Am I here?
Yeah, you hear
it back.
Going out. Let's see his camera. I get his point because even I didn't like that with Kenya. I didn't like that with Kenya when he brought up, what if this happened? Like, what if someone brought this, the thing you did with the cookie lady, what if somebody did that to you? And she didn't give me a justified answer for the shit like that. But that's something
there was no justified answer.
But you know what? But you know what? In regards to her, honestly, okay, in that situation, she definitely was messy. But the touchback on what Trey said in reference to how she attacked everybody's
marriage
and their marriage and stuff like that, you got to think about it. Okay, I think with the exception of Phaedra and Apollo, everybody started with her first.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense,
I disagree with that. I absolutely
let me give you the rundown. If you can remember when she first came on the show in season 5, she had Walter. Everyone, because of the dynamics of their relationship, the people was accusing her and her relationship a fake relationship. You had Nene questioning her relationship in front of her, and she was like, "Well, what is this or what is that?" And Nene openly said, "Well, I don't feel like your relationship is real."
Now, I mean, Walter corroborated that though. Walter did say that it wasn't a real relationship.
No. This is when they was on the island. This was before Walter even said anything about their relationship.
But I feel like there's a difference between a relationship and a marriage. There's a certain level of respect.
But my thing is, if you're not my friend, we're just meeting each other. That's like me coming into a room. That's use this in a real life situation. I'm coming into a circle with you and some other people. You have a man, and whatever that it may come off to be odd or may not be right, or it may be different from how I handle my relationship. Who am I to say, well, Trey, your relationship don't seem real? The first thing you're gonna do when you look at me, you're gonna be like, well, bitch, who the fuck are you? Because we're not friends.
And I have had somebody do that. Like when me and my girlfriend were together, I have had people be like, wait a minute. When did you get into a relationship? And maybe just because I don't publicize what it is doesn't mean that it's not there.
But I'm saying when Kenya introduced Walter to the group, she introduced Walter to the group as her man. So at that time, she was getting ready to get to know those girls. So in reality, it was none of those girls' places to say, "Oh, well, your relationship don't look real. Your relationship don't seem authentic." If you have an opinion, like I think there's a difference between having an opinion and crossing boundaries. So those girls cross boundaries at first. Being that Kenya is the Aquarius that she is, she clapped back, and it's more than right. It's like you get what you give. You get what you give. You get what you give. Nene started it. Portia and Kenya, they had their little scramble prior to the vacation because of the whole little, the title
thing
or whatever. So they already had their little feud or whatever the case may be. Then her and Cynthia already had their little scrabble because she was at the Bailey agency, and Cynthia said in certain situations Kenya was being a little disrespectful.
But see, here's the thing.
These girls went on the island already with a bone already.
Let's talk about it then. It's a difference between saying, I'm not sure if I believe that y'all are a real couple, and accusing a woman of having an affair with another woman's husband. She accused Nene and Peter of flirting and messing around.
But if you look at the situation, technically Nene and Peter was flirting, and in a sense, it came off as, "Bitch, do you really want Peter, or what is going on?" Because it was something that she was doing.
I ain't never got the vibe Nene was flirting with Peter.
Listen, I definitely got that vibe, and maybe because I don't flirt with other people's men, because I would jokingly or serious, I don't do that. I think that is very disrespectful. I mean, irregardless of how long you known them, certain things you just don't do. So basically, Kim and Sheree said the same thing in season 4 that Nene was flirting with Peter. So Kenya wasn't the first bitch to introduce that to the table. It was a lot of other girls prior to Kenya that said the same thing. So Kenya saying it makes it disrespectful because it came from her.
I've never seen the only person, and I've been watching Atlanta Housewives since the beginning. I don't recall a single other person accusing Nene and Peter of doing something other than
sure. Go back when you get some time. Go back to season 4 reunion part 2. Sheree and Kim both said that Nene was flirting with Peter.
I'm gonna have to go. I promise you, I'm gonna go back and look that up.
It definitely was said long before Kenya said anything about it.
I just feel like it's one thing to be dating a person like I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. If Sheree with Prison Bay and Kenya with Matt, we'll use Matt for an example. If those two are going at it between the two of them, cool. But my thing is marriages, which are people don't take them serious no more. Marriages are a whole different ball game, because my thing is, I feel like that's me and my girl. Let's just say me and my girlfriend had ended up getting married, right? So let's just say me and Jay had got married and we did. If another nigga come out his mouth and say some sideways shit about my wife, we got a motherfucking problem. It's a difference if I'm saying whatever. So I feel like that's a whole different level, fam. Like marriage is marriage. Like relationships are relationships. I just feel like there's a certain level you do not cross, because these who have can't even cancel fucking man. You can't even get a man to propose to you, and you basically beg this man to propose with this woman's husband and get him to drop you in a pool, and then another woman, you want to accuse this woman's husband of being gay. These people have built lives together and have kids together. They have where you trying to get to, and you are out of pocket for that. And me personally, I feel like her karma is the way Mark talked to her ass, because now the shoe is on the other foot and you can't take it.
But
The
my thing
moment
is,
somebody
I
asks
think
you
all
or
of, I think
questions
all of
you,
those girls. But the thing is, the karma really hasn't failed. And the thing that really I get personally confused about is like everyone say that Kenya is facing her karma for what she did to the other women. I strongly feel like
mainly Phaedra. Mainly Phaedra.
I feel like the women have disrespected each other and wronged each other in more ways than one. So, and if you want to look at it on a much larger scale, each one of them has suffered some karma. Look at Phaedra. Phaedra, for an example, her marriage failed. Mimi, her marriage was on the rocks. Portia, her man dumped her and put her wedding dress in a box. So it's like,
and the next nigga cheated on her. National
exactly. So it's like all of them girls face some type of karma. So when Kenya is going through whatever she's going through with Matt, Mark. I'm sorry, his name is Mark. When she's going through what she's going through with Mark, and
Yeah,
everybody
Matt
like,
was the last one. That was the crazy nigga.
Right. That's your karma. That's your karma for saying X, Y, and Z. Well, bitch, you face karma too. You went through the same thing too. I think what it all boils down to is like everybody on that show, with the exception of Candy, honestly, I can say with confidence, everybody on that show, with the exception of Candy, wants to be a victim in some sense. And my only gripe with Kenya is if you want to come out as a mean girl, you got to be able to take the consequences of being a mean girl. That's my only gripe with her. I really don't like the fact that she do shady stuff or say shady stuff, and then when it's given back to her, she is like,
she
oh
want to
my
cry.
God, her world is upside down. It's like, no,
Right.
sweetheart, you have to hold that image. You got to say, okay, these bitches, I tried these bitches got me back. I'm finna get them again. If that's the role you want to play, you got to live up to it 100%. But
Right.
all of them girls, with the exception of Candy, wants to be a victim. But I just don't like when people say, "Oh, Kenya getting her karma," when all of them hoes got their karma.
Yeah, and that's another thing, and that's the thing that I piggyback off of that I don't like about Nene, because it's the same energy, but they're treated two different type of ways. And Nene wants to be the big bad wolf, thinks she can say whatever she want to say, and as soon as you hear her with some truth, that's when she gets mad. That's when we get the storming off, and that's when we get the computer get slammed down. You know what I'm saying? Because that's even when whatever Eva was saying must have struck a nerve, because now she want to shut a computer down. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Marlo. Whenever Marlo say anything to her, she storms off, because whenever it's somebody, it's the same thing with Sheree. It's the same thing with Kim. Nene don't back away from no fight. But bitches who know Nene say the certain shit and then she storms off. That's when I start
actually clock her.
Whenever you tell her the truth,
she walks off.
Yeah, whenever there's some truth, because if it's bullshit, Nene gonna entertain it, and she gonna call you dumb on national TV. That's the reason why I understood what Candy was saying. With girl, it gotta be something with this whole Wendy Williams situation, because with anybody else, bitch, you would have read them if they would have said that girl over there. But for some reason, this whole Nene situation, oh, we agreed to not talk about it on social media. Bitch, when have you ever kept your word? Especially on a bitch that you don't even know.
She did the same thing at the reunion when her and Cynthia got into it for the first time, and she said she's not going to talk about Cynthia or the dynamics on their relationship on this platform in front of these girls, because these girls don't care nothing about their friendship. Yep. But shortly after, she put the Instagram, she went to her blog on Bravo and started dragging her.
Yep.
Are we talking about years ago when they fell out, or we talking about recently?
We talking about when they initially fell out. We talking about when they initially fell out, when she had on that pink ensemble at the reunion. She said out of her mouth, when they was asking like what was going on, they asked for her feedback about her, her friendship with Cynthia. She didn't want to discuss it. And the reason why she said Cynthia and I have a friendship that I don't need to discuss on this platform. None of these girls don't care about our friendship. None of these girls are here for our friendship, and I'm not going to talk about it. After that, she went on Bravo, wrote a blog about Cynthia. She went on Instagram, wrote stuff about Cynthia, and she continues to do it. She did it this season. So for the life of me, I'm like, how can you sit and dog your friends, but with the same tone and the same face, you want to say I am a good friend?
Yeah, or
Can
not
we talk
understand
about
why
the
they
fact?
say she's
Hold
not
on.
a good friend.
Can we talk about the fact? Let's go back to last season because a few years ago, Nene did do that to Cynthia, and Candy called her out about the fact that when you fall out with somebody, y'all have this is what you do. However, what I will give Nene credit for is last season, Nene didn't do an interview or talk about nobody until all of them did. They did it after they started doing interviews.
Distress.
And not distress.
She was in
Not
distress
fucking
last
distress.
season because Greg.
She will, and I got my opinions about that, but I don't like the fact that I felt like in this instance she did try and take the high road and not interview about nobody. But we saw Cynthia do multiple. We saw Eva talk about her in interviews. Every time Kenya was on somebody's camera, she was talking about Nene.
Nene did an interview with E.T. Shady.
Exactly.
Which interview was this? And I feel
right
like
before the season premiered.
Right before the season started.
Right, but that was after the girls had already done their interviews.
But she was already the thing with Cynthia had never started the fight. Cynthia didn't get mad till Nene started doing interviews. That's the proof of facts.
But Cynthia did the interviews first because if you go back to the Pride episode where they were in New York for Pride and they said
when it came to the hidden below the belt, that's Nene started that. Because Cynthia didn't come out the gate. Cynthia was addressing the fact of their friendship, but she was trying to give the political correct answer. Nene was the one calling that girl weak, a punk. She's just trying to stay on the show. She's boring. And the thing that I don't like about Nene is she's a bully.
Right.
Kenya is a bully in the sense, but nobody really cares about Kenya because Kenya doesn't really have any quote unquote power. Nene is one of the biggest influence, if not the biggest influence of Real Housewives of Atlanta. When she falls out with a girl, if you ever
she wants the girls
off the show because she wants to sway the audience's opinion. I feel like it's below the belt and it's nasty. She did it with Portia, she did it with Cynthia, she did it with Candy, she did it with Eva, she did it with Kenya. Everybody, whenever she have an argument, I don't really even understand why she's on the show. She did it with Phaedra.
Yeah.
Every single person she tries to get all of her Nene fans.
Exactly.
So y'all can get them kicked off the show, which is why I knew she didn't have no power. Because if she didn't have no power, it wouldn't be nobody on the show but her and Greg.
Right.
And Portia ass kissing, coochie licking ass.
I personally feel like Cynthia. If we
start calling Portia fucking Kevin Costner because she want to be a fucking bodyguard, bitch.
If we talking about ass kissing and coochie licking, then goddamn it, that title belongs to Cynthia Bailey.
I don't think so.
I don't think no. Seasons ago, I would have agreed with you.
Same.
Seasons ago, I would have agreed with you.
She just did it with Kenya. What are you talking about?
No, her and Kenya are friends.
No.
And people just don't want to accept it.
What I will say about Cynthia's personality for
Cynthia
the past,
blow with the wind, child. Whatever.
What I will say about Cynthia's personality and backbone for the past 2 seasons. Well, I would even give her 3 seasons. For the past 3 seasons, Cynthia has been able, she's in a position where she's been able to identify bullshit. And she is being neutral with the bullshit. Nene's problem is with Nene's problem with Cynthia is once upon a time, Nene could say whatever she wanted to say about a certain girl, and she knew that Cynthia will follow up behind her 100% and not fuck with that girl. Now she cannot do that anymore, hence the reason why they are always at odds with each other.
Yeah. And see, Trey, I want you to think about it from a different perspective. Take friendship out of it. When you think about the platform as a whole, if me, you, and TJ was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I'm Nene. If I'm Nene and you and TJ are just, let's say not even, because you can't even say Candy. You and TJ are Portia and Cynthia.
Okay.
I'm Nene. I can do and say whatever the fuck I want to, and my contract gonna get signed every year. The other girls do not have that privilege. I think for a long time, I feel like Cynthia felt like she needed Nene, which is why she dealt with a lot of shit. Right. What Nene did, what fucked her up is that season when she got the big head and she felt like she wasn't gonna come back, and she didn't do that season. and the show still was a success. And it really, if you pay attention to the dynamic, it made all the other girls their own stars, especially Candy and Portia. The year that Nene left, it put the other girls in a superior place that Nene had always sat in, which is why Nene ran shit. Nobody ever really tried Nene before then.
Right.
And Nene did it to herself because after that, everybody stopped kissing her ass. It was very much so like, bitch, you're not even that important because we still getting ratings without you. You thought it was really Survivor Destiny's Child. Thought I was going but I'm still.
Yeah, them girls definitely was once upon a time. All of those girls definitely
not
was
Destiny's Child Survivor.
But I'm serious though.
Yeah, those girls, them girls were auditioning,
and she thought that she was gonna twirl and got twirled, which is why she had to come back and accept what they gave her. Because the thing that didn't work for Nene is after she did all that, her career outside of Housewives started to plummet as well. See, at first she had Glee, The New Normal, she had all this other shit going on, and then all of a sudden everything, that was her karma. But we're not gonna get, we talking about today, the reunion today. We ain't gonna get on that. But if you look at the
TV shows get canceled all the time.
I don't think that Cynthia was going with the win. I feel like Cynthia started realizing her power and who she was as a person. I feel like she was always 50 Cent, but she just didn't know she could be and still be on a fucking show.
But I feel like Nene has told us for years that there was another side to Cynthia that we didn't see.
Yeah, of course.
Nene has said for years, Cynthia is not this sweet and docile woman that y'all think she is.
I never wanted her to be that though.
But at the end of the day, she may have said that Cynthia is another side to Cynthia, but what she cannot say is that Cynthia was a bad friend to her. Yeah. And she tried to accuse Cynthia of being a bad friend to her recently, and it just wasn't sticking. Cynthia just wasn't kissing her ass. She wasn't up her ass.
But see, the thing that I'm still unclear about is the beef between Kenya and Nene prior to Cynthia's wine cellar opening. Because something apparently happened off camera, and they've alluded to it multiple times on both sides of the fence. Cynthia, Nene, and Kenya have all alluded to this. Something transpired off camera between Nene and Kenya to the point where Nene didn't even want to be in the same space with her. And it was something to do with something that Kenya had said about Greg. They all alluded to it. I don't know what it is.
I feel like it's not even that deep. I think that Nene tried with her every tooth and nail that she got to make sure that Kenya was not going to be back on that show. And I think that everything that's going on, because if we think about the drama between her and Kenya, it's really no reason. Kenya had every right to be mad at her about the bull situation. Nene tried to apologize for it, but then 2 seconds later started spitting and throwing popcorn at her.
Right.
But so I understood Kenya's angle, but for some reason Nene has no angle. Nene has no angle to be this upset with Kenya. If you really, really think about it.
And she's upset, and you know what? She's mainly upset with Kenya because Kenya is not accepting her apology. That fake ass apology. Kenya did not accept it because my thing is you're not even being genuine with the apology, because you're saying that I did not say anything about your child. But when you said, "Oh, Kenya is having a buffalo," you said something about Kenya's unborn child.
I more so think she was talking about how big Kenya was versus
everybody.
But from a wording standpoint, you attacked her baby. You did not attack her.
I'm on both sides because Trey, I understood. My thing was, okay, I got where Nene was coming from because I do think that she didn't intentionally.
Right, I think she was shading Kenya's size because she was. But a lot of women,
at the same time,
extra fluid and stuff when they break.
Nene had to understand how Kenya could have taken that out of context, which is why she should have apologized for it. Because at the end of the day, you could be calling me.
And she did apologize for it.
Yeah,
but she didn't win. My bad. She attempted. I won't say that it wasn't genuine. I think her very first attempt, when they were in Spain, I think it was Spain they went to this year, right? I'd be forgetting the damn countries. But I think her very first, because Nene had been through a divorce and a remarriage with Greg, I felt like Nene genuinely attempted, since she had already made amends with the other girls. I know what it feels like to be in your position how are you doing? I'm not doing this behind nobody's back. I'm doing it in front of everybody. So that's I've been through a girl who's really been going through in terms of how your husband treats you on camera. Because Cordell, while Cordell might have treated Portia like trash, Cordell went out here, you know, it just wasn't as public as how Mark did Kenya on the show. And so I felt like that attempt was a genuine, like, are you good? Like, y'all got a baby. Like, are you okay? Like, how are you doing?
And Mark, she, at the first chance that she got, she read the fuck out of that relationship. And then you tried to come around and act like you wanted to be her friend. So it's like, I would have accepted it from Nene if she wasn't already reading the girl and her marriage and how she had the baby right before she tried to apologize to her. And that could have been editing. But at the same time,
had a guard.
Feel it.
When you attack her body, her baby, or whatever the case may be, that instantly gave Kenya a guard against her, and rightfully so. Like she had a right to have that guard up when you attacked her. So Nene got upset because she had that guard and she wouldn't let her guard down for that bullshit that she was spitting. And the reason why I say that
I'm confused. Why is it bullshit? Nene went through a very public and embarrassing divorce with Greg.
But I'm saying from the insult perspective, the reason why I feel like the apology is bullshit is because what she did to Kenya when she got mad with her, she did the same thing to Portia. We seen the text messages. She was body shaming Portia while Portia was pregnant.
No, after she had the baby.
Well, after she had the baby, you were body shaming.
Yeah.
Right. You was body shaming her. And my thing is, it's like, girl, okay, your name may get you to the door, but your body don't let you in. So who are you to even try to body shame anybody?
I just feel like, wait a minute, if we're going to talk about body shaming, since we're going back to people with fake bodies and altered bodies, Kenya should have shut the fuck up about anybody's body or anything to that effect, because Kenya looks like a fucking ant by the booty.
But the thing about it is,
Kenya
and that's
tries her best.
And my thing is,
hold on. And I'm gonna go back a couple of seasons. Let's bring Phaedra into it. Aside from Phaedra's titties, which weren't even done at the time,
leave Phaedra out.
Hold on, no, and I gotta go back to this, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm going back to it. Because the moment Phaedra did not want to work with Kenya regarding the video thing, the moment she didn't want to work with Kenya started trying to read Phaedra about her body. Quiet as it's kept, baby. Phaedra's body is natural, and at the time her titties were not done. Phaedra was damn near flat chest.
But Phaedra didn't have no business trying to do no workout DVD. That is quiet as it's kept. She deserved to read.
No, but Phaedra's body is real and Kenya's ass is not.
But the thing about it is, though. But the thing about it is, if you look at it from a fitness perspective, it makes sense for Kenya to do a home workout DVD as opposed to Phaedra.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Kenya has a nice body and she works out.
That's like me. That's like me working with Lyric. Lyric is a dancer. He's a choreographer. He's a dancer. He's been doing this for years. This is like this is easy, like breathing for him. I have some connections to where, I can say, okay, I could put you on the map by doing X, Y, and Z. He said, okay, cool. He's on board with it, but the bitch don't want to pay me. You want me to put you on the map? You want me to put you on the map, and it's for free. I don't get nothing out of the deal. I don't do nothing. But then I turn around and say, okay, I'm not working with you no more. Mind you, I'm no. But wait
a minute. How y'all gonna read Phaedra about having her real body when 30 minutes ago when we first started, you was on Portia's ass about talking about Eva's titties?
No, I'm talking about, but that was out of
anybody's body.
That's two different energies. We talking about Phaedra and a workout DVD, and we talking about somebody's titties.
And her husband was a certified personal trainer.
But we ain't talking about her
physique.
Phaedra,
but they're not certified business people because they did not want to pay the girl.
And even coming back, my thing is, let's roll it back.
And Nene's body is real. Let's just put that out there.
We know that. We most definitely know that.
I don't understand, like, when we go back to the apology, the same lady that we're saying wasn't serious about her apology is the same lady who once again turned around and said, that the baby was not rightfully hers, or that she had an egg, the egg comment.
Exactly.
And then you want to think that we were supposed to, and Kenya was supposed to believe that bitch ass apology.
That's
know.
like me calling you a crackhead. I apologize for you for calling you a crackhead. And in the moment that you say something that I don't like, I'm back calling you a crackhead.
Yeah.
That makes my apology bullshit, invalid, and pointless.
I agree with you. I didn't even know about the egg comment until I watched the reunion tonight. So I don't even know in what context.
You know what she said when they asked her? She said, "Oh, I said it, and I'm not apologizing for it." So, bitch, why did you apologize in the first place?
She definitely insinuated, and that's the comment. I made that comment when it aired, that she insinuated that the child wasn't hers and that it was like an implant of somebody else. It was just disgusting. It was you don't say that about a child that's unborn,
the same Nene that insinuated that Kenya's first relationship, which was with Walter, wasn't real. Like I told you, this is what I said in the beginning. Nene opened up the door for disrespect. A lot of people want to have a blind eye or have a deaf ear to Nene's actions, but she opened up the door to disrespect. And the only thing is that with Kenya, she can't take Kenya because Kenya not letting up off her ass. So Kenya, at any given time that Kenya want to shade her, Kenya gonna use that time to shade her. Y'all may call her Thursday, but she is seizing the moment.
And I'm sorry, I feel like the only thing that Kenya has room to read Nene about or come at Nene for is the fact that Nene addressed her kid. Because here's the thing, that's what I was gonna say when I told y'all earlier that I'm gonna hold Nene accountable. I'm gonna hold her ass to the fire just like anybody else. Kids are off fucking limits. Yeah. I don't care. Across the board, I'm going to say it about anybody on that platform. Eva included with her bull fuck what you say, how you word it, how you sugarcoat it, put salt and pepper and a little bit of syrup on top. Eva was trying her damnedest to shade Portia's baby when she called her Dennis with a bow. And she got mad when Candy went back and told the truth, and then she got her ass on camera and lied about it, talking about it ain't enough pregnancy brain in the world to convince me that you forgot that you said that this woman's child looked like Dennis with a bow. Her C-section scar was still here.
The baby does look like Dennis with a bow.
It's not the fact that her looking. Hold on.
Let's be clear.
I'm not
excusing it.
I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
I'm not excusing it.
I'm not upset that Pilar looks like her father. I'm not at all. Because let's go down, let's run it down. Pilar looks like her father. Blaze looks like Todd. My brother's daughter is a twin of his. So it's not a bad thing that your child looks like you. In the context in which Eva said it was shady. I don't give a fuck
of how Portia took it. Of how Portia took it.
I understand. Now, with that situation, I honestly think I think that
in that was on Eva's ass about that.
Right. In that situation, I do think that Eva was being shady.
And
I do feel like she was being shady
too. Talking about your C-section scar still healing. Excuse me.
I do feel like Eva was being shady with the comment that she made about Portia's daughter. So I do understand why Portia, blew up at her in a way. But the thing that pissed me off about Eva the most is Eva
backpedals like nobody's business.
She's shady. She throws so many rocks and bricks and stones.
Damn hands.
And it's like, the reason
we done beat Nene and Kenya to the ground. We need to talk about these other
the reason be so effective, but it's like when she's addressed, she's like, "Oh, I didn't say that. Oh, I never said that.
You did.
Oh, I wouldn't say that." And then the producers,
I don't like that about
so messy. They play the tapes back where she's actually said it.
And the thing about it is, I feel like I feel like Eva is the black version of Kim Zolciak, because Kim Zolciak will get her ass on screen and talk dog shit about people, and then turn around and that's the one time I was on Kenya's side. So I will give y'all that. When Kim tried her, listen, okay, I was Miss America down. That's one thing to fuck. Read that bitch for filth, because I don't like calling women bitches, but I'm sorry. Kim Zolciak is a racist, backpedaling ass woman who feels like she is, exempt from that shit. But my thing is, Eva is the equivalent of a Kim Zolciak. She get in them interviews and she get in them scenes, and she be sitting them with them side conversations, and she say all of this shit about these girls. And then when it comes time for her to be confronted about it, baby girl got dementia, pregnancy brain, amnesia. She don't remember shit she done said. No, ma'am,
Right.
own it. Own it like the rest of them own it. Because the one thing that I will give Nene 10 toes down is if she said it, she gonna own up to the fact that she said it, and she won't backpedal on it. You might not like it, but at least Nene gonna say, I damn sure did say it, and I'm not backing down off of it. That's the
Right.
type of energy that I want out of everybody. I want you, Candy is the same way.
But she needs to learn to apologize, though.
Who?
Regardless. Nene.
If she need to learn to apologize, then Kenya do too.
Kenya will apologize. Nene needs to learn how to apologize.
Show me an apology from Kenya.
Kenya has apologized. Kenya apologized to Cynthia this season.
Yes, she has. But you know what? Honestly,
hold on. Let me take Cynthia off the table.
And she apologized to Tanya.
Hold on. First of all, that was bullshit. But let's take it. Let's take it back. Let's take it.
I think the only thing that Nene and Kenya have in common, the only thing that Nene and Kenya have in common, they don't know how to take accountability for their shit.
That's true.
That's the only thing they have in common. They do not take accountability for their bullshit.
And then the other part about it is, I would say this, because y'all said Kenya apologized. I'm gonna give you a prime example of what she didn't. Nene and not Nene, Marlo at the Ruins party.
She not apologizing to Marlo.
Very calmly, might I add, because Marlo is always turned up. And as much as I think Marlo is funny as fuck, Marlo does get on my nerves sometimes. But I like the fact that Marlo is like, the rest of y'all ain't gonna say it. Cool, I'm gonna bring it up. But the one thing, when they were at the Ruins party and Marlo was like, XYZ, this is what you did at my event in regards to X, Y, and Z. And Kenya tried to turn it around and play victim because Marlo, I forget what she was mad at Marlo about, but you showed up to this woman's event with edge control or whatever the fuck it was, but you don't want to own up to that.
But Marlo, but you know what? Every opportunity that when Marlo got camera time and Kenya was around, Marlo always took digs at her.
Yeah, always. That's why Kenya doesn't like Marlo because of the mother comment. That's why your mama left. And that's why I would never expect her to apologize to Marlo.
Exactly.
Feel any type of way towards Marlo. I will always understand the shade that she throws Marlo because that Marlo was out of line for that shit.
Right.
I love Marlo, but Marlo was damn fucking wrong for that. And I don't like Kenya. I don't like a lot. I hated the cookie lady situation for Cynthia and Kenya. I hated her for that. I was mad at my girl about this shit.
Because as a married woman, like
I always understand that. I would understand her doing the cookie later thing to Marlo because that bitch was wrong. Like I get it, and it's not my cup of tea. But vindictive type of people like that, I understand. So how do y'all feel about the whole Kenya being able to bring her marriage certificate? Because I feel like that was cute that she was able to validate.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her. You got to think about the whole history of every time she was dating someone or she had a boyfriend or she had a lover. All these girls accuse her of lying or hiring a guy or she doesn't have a husband or she'll never be a housewife or she'll never be in a serious relationship. Like that was like the joke for 4 seasons at least. So
in the words of Tiana Taylor, I'm gonna keep that same energy. The same way I kept it with the other girls, I'm gonna keep that same energy with Kenya. As much as I don't like what she said about other people's marriages, I still feel like her marriage is off limits now. Now, when I speak on her karma, I'm not talking about the other girls saying stuff to her. I was speaking on how Mark treated her. But in regards to them girls accusing her marriage of being fake, no, ma'am, you don't have the right to say anything about that, because if that is the case, then we can accuse Nene of faking her divorce. We can accuse Cynthia of marrying Peter just to get on the show. We can accuse Portia and we can accuse all of these girls of things going on behind closed doors in their marriages. So I personally feel like Kenya shouldn't have even had to bring her marriage certificate to validate that, because I feel like nobody should have said shit about her not really being married, because none of y'all hoes was in St. Lucia when she married Mark. I'm gonna keep that same energy. That marriage is off fucking limits when you talking about the validity of it. Now, if you want to say something to her about, yo, you spoke on other people's marriages, so you know, whatever, whoop de whoop, cool. But y'all accusing this woman of being in a fake marriage, I feel like it's out of pocket because you don't know the details of it, and that would explain why the fuck she didn't tell y'all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Exactly.
what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna keep it 100 across the board. I don't fuck with King get 10 toes down. But at the same time, when something is right, something is right. And y'all should not have spoken on her marriage. It doesn't matter if her marriage is fake or not. It doesn't, because it ain't your business. You're not fucking her. You're not going home with her at night. So if her marriage is fake, then that's between her and Mark, and they got to deal with that shit when that shit comes out. Because we've seen it play out on other reality TV shows where people faking fucking marriages. Yeah. I.e. Jocelyn and Stevie J.
And that's the thing that I don't like is a lot of the times, not to keep going because I hate talking about Nene so much, but she's such a vital part of the reunion and just how the show flows. She doesn't go to blogs, but she will throw, what she likes to do is plant seeds to create rumors. Because, you know, if you put it out there, then everybody's going to say all of these things. So it's sort of like she sabotages their relationships and what, you know, people think. Like, people be pulling shit out their ass. Just like I feel like Portia pulled that text out her ass when she was talking about.
So you don't think that text message is real?
No.
I don't think that it was in the context of which she made it. Because even how dumb she was looking, talking about it and sending it off. I'm like, Portia, why?
Because my thing is, if you want to bring up a situation like that, you it's already out in the open. So many people, everybody is watching this, you know, this episode of the reunion or whatever. If you're going to vocally bring up something or accuse somebody, you should be able to continue to speak on it. I hate, and she's done that. There's a lot of other girls that's done that. I hate when they say, "Oh well, I have something on you and you think that you this," but they don't really speak on it. It's like, well, what the fuck are you bringing it up for if you're not going to address it?
Yeah. I mean, she addressed it. What she said was, I'm not going to give the specifics of what Kinga said she's going to do.
Bitch, don't bring it up.
Well, then don't bring it up. Don't bring it up at all. My thing is, if you got something to tell, if you got something to say to me about one of my good friends, if one of my good friends says some shit about me to you,
right,
and you're not going to tell me in full detail, do not say nothing at all. Because now...
And then she gonna say, because I don't want to do Kenya like that. Bitch, since when?
Then why bring it up?
No. Was it that she said she didn't want to do Kenya like that, or was she said she wasn't gonna act like Kenya?
You know, she said I ain't gonna put the post out. Don't show nobody because I don't want to do Kenya like that. If you didn't want to do Kenya like that, she wouldn't have brought it up in the first place, bitch. Don't halfway hit me, punch me in my motherfucking mouth hole because I'm gonna drag you. So you might
Period. I want all the motherfucking smoke.
Exactly.
All of it. If you
that's what really kills me about that whole situation. Like, don't half-ass the tea. If you got something you want to say it. Don't half-ass it. Because it's already out. You already painted this narrative that my friend was talking shit about me. Okay, so speak on it. What did my friend say? Word for word.
Yeah. And she could, I'm not gonna say it in detail. I mean, we're gonna find out on the next one. I feel like they just cut it in half to pull us into the next reunion. But I don't feel like it's nothing valid. I don't. And I
feel like the real deep tea and
go ahead.
I feel like the real deep tea that we're gonna get into is the whole Snakegate situation. Yeah. Because when I tell you I don't fuck with how Giovanna tried to play Nene and make Nene look like a liar.
Nene was in on it. Each other, though. Nene was on Nene. I feel like Nene was in on it. I feel like Nene was in on it.
Hold on. Did you see the post?
Which one?
Because Nene posted. I don't think Nene was in on it because Nene sorry y'all, I got a phone call. I don't feel like Nene was in on it because Nene posted the text messages on her Instagram and deleted them afterwards. But Giovanna texts Nene trying to tell her that basically this is how I want to play this out. This is what I have on her. This is what I want to do. And Nene got on her YouTube channel, posted the text messages on Instagram, and then got on her YouTube channel and was like, "I've already sent the evidence to Cynthia, Giovanna, and her husband, and blah blah blah. We met up at this hotel downtown, and they played it. And Giovanna's husband told her ass No, because you're gonna fuck around and catch a lawsuit. And so while everybody was like, oh, well, Nene lied and there was never no audio. No, baby, Yvonne did record Cynthia as a way to get on the goddamn show. And then when she backpedaled, Bravo was like, oh, we don't need you no more. Because Yvonne went on the damn interview and was talking about, oh, I'm still filming and blah, 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 blah. No, what you should have done was say, yeah, Cynthia, I recorded you because you say X, Y, and Z, but then you do da, 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 da. So I wanted these girls to know that it really is a two-sided. She didn't play the shit right. And so
okay, so my question to you is: did Nene hear the audio?
She
no,
said that she did.
But Yvonne's husband, when they went to when they met with the production, because you know each one of the girls got their own assigned producer. Because she said which hotel they met at downtown LA and everything.
It's breaking.
When with the producers, Yvonne's husband, and then that made our brand and what we got going on in the city and this, that, and the third. So it does exist. Yvonne lied about not having it. She do got it.
Okay, so my thing is, okay, if there was a said audio
right.
about this whole situation,
right?
If the audio exists, I don't think the content of the audio is how those girls was trying to paint it out on the show.
But nobody ever painted anything out to be anything because Nene
but this is my whole situation with this. This is my whole situation in regards to the audio, that Snakegate bullshit or whatever. You have a girl on the outside coming to you about a girl that you have known for years that has said something, and she has something on that girl that has allegedly said something about you negative, foul, X, Y, and Z. The girl that she brings to you and tell you this, you've known this girl for years. Y'all been friends.
Right.
What Nene should have done was say, you know what? Before I even catch an attitude with Cynthia, before I even say anything negative about Cynthia, I want to hear this audio. Because I want to know. Because I want to know what I need to address Cynthia about.
Well, see, that's where the meetup came. That's why I'm telling you, got to go watch Nene's YouTube channel when she addressed it. Nene said she asked her to listen to it with the producers there. Like they had a whole sit down. It was Nene, Greg, Yvonne's husband, and Nene's assigned production team from the show.
Okay.
Yvonne's husband said that he told her, if you play this and you admit to this, because it's illegal to record somebody without their knowledge, if you do this, you setting yourself up for a libel lawsuit. So it's not as if Nene didn't ask.
This is the thing.
Nene did ask her.
This is the reason why I can't wait for us to see it. Is because of the fact, one, she did. I saw the interview. The producers met with them because they had to actually. She said that she did play a little bit for the producers because the producers needed to make sure that it was
authentic and it existed. So it does exist.
But my thing, why was Yvonne, Nene's friend, or quote unquote not her friend, go and do this for no reason? Now I feel like.
So you feel like Nene put Yvonne up to recording Cynthia?
I'm saying it could be two different styles because Yvonne probably could have done it just to get on the show, or Yvonne probably could have done it because Nene told her to. Listen. I think where it's going to go left is that Yvonne is going to get on there and say that Nene told her to do it, which is why this is part of the reunion where Nene all of a sudden leaves. Now it could be either or, but it's like because like we said earlier, when people say certain things that are truthful about Nene, she gets mad and storms
and leaves.
Because I'm trying to wrap my mind around what was so bad because Nene never leaves to make her cut down the only stream of income she got when it comes to marketing, which is the Housewives. Not saying she got other business and she has a hot song called Honey that's doing better than everybody else's music on the show. But at the same time, we know Housewives is her bread and butter. It's important to her. Why would she leave and jeopardize whatever repercussions? Because Andy gonna get in her ass if they fucked up the reunion. Just like why they feel like her episodes was cut. So it's like something about Yvonne and something that Yvonne is going to say is really going to set her off. So it's like
I think that situation was very much so calculated.
Yeah, me too.
I think it was very much so calculated. I think that it was very much. I think it was a plot. And I'm still
I agree with
by.
y'all. I just think that the narrative, I just disagree with your narrative. And the reason why I so strongly disagree with your narrative is because of the screenshot text messages that she posted where Giovanna's initiating this conversation. Because there was like 3 or 4 pages on an Instagram post of all of these text messages. I'm talking about Giovanna sending paragraphs about this is how we gonna play it out. This is how XYZ and Nene is, this is not.
Are the text messages still up?
No, baby, she deleted them. She left them up for about an hour or so.
I feel like somebody would have reposted that shit.
Yeah, I honestly, I never seen this for the first time.
Justin Diego's page had them up for a minute, so they were up. They were up. I read them on Nene's page, and then Justin Diego's Atlanta Housewives page posted them as well. But so my thing is this: I personally feel like Giovanna has been trying her damnedest to get on that show since last season when she started that unnecessary ass fight with Eva at Nene and Greg's couples event. So that's why I don't feel like Nene needed, because everybody's like, well, Nene needed somebody to film with. No, fuck, she don't. She got Marlo. Marlo has been her sidekick for ages. So you don't need Giovanna when Marlo is more interesting and more of a character than Giovanna is. Giovanna, you need the platform. Nene's a good segue in for you to get on this platform. But Nene doesn't need you.
But that's what's interesting about that. If you notice, Giovanna just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? And Nene wasn't there. I feel like that's when Giovanna felt some type of way, because I know one thing: one girl don't have a lot of power on the show. But when multiple girls stand together and say they don't want somebody on the show, they're not on the show no more. And you notice after the whole argument where she got into it with Portia and everybody was over Giovanna was nowhere to be found no more after that episode, which goes into the interview, the same interview you're talking about, where Nene was saying that production said she's no longer allowed to film because they said she was at the animal print party and she couldn't come upstairs because they said she wasn't allowed to film. So I'm trying to figure out, why was she okay to come all the way to fucking Canada? Then all of a sudden, now she can't be around.
Because they said that because she wouldn't produce the audio, they had no more use for her.
The
audio was supposed to happen.
That's why I can't wait to see Giovanna ass, because Giovanna gonna clear the shit.
We need Mama Joyce to investigate this.
You are so
Mama Joyce is that girl to get to the bottom of it.
Wait a minute. Here you go. Hold on, baby. Are you ready? I'm gonna clear it for you real quick.
She's gonna produce the receipts. Mama Joyce is gonna give us the receipts.
Mama Joyce gonna let you know what the fuck is going on.
Mama Joyce right here. Mama Joyce
very much so. Exactly.
This is Mama Joyce gonna give you this energy right here, and he said he was gonna blow you the fuck up because he was tired of you stringing him along and playing with him. He said he was gonna blow
Mama
you.
Joyce, that's very much so her. That is very much so her.
But yeah, I feel like we'll get to the bottom of it. I feel like we'll get to the bottom of it. I feel like overall, I'm very, very impressed with what the reunion gave. I didn't like Portia drained me for the sake that I feel like I liked Portia when it came to her defending herself. I didn't like her being the bodyguard for Nene. I didn't like that.
First of all, she's not a bodyguard. She's a lapdog. No, ma'am.
I didn't like it. It was giving I'm gonna protect you energy. I didn't like that. Right. Granted, Kenya got, a few people on her side, but Kenya fights her own battles. Portia was interjected in the middle of the shit. I feel like the only time Eva interjected was with that baby comment, and I understood because
I was about to say Eva interjected all goddamn night long. She got her ass red too, but Eva interjected all fucking night. I feel like they were all the only person I feel like played it neutral tonight is my baby Candy. Candy played it neutral.
Candy always neutral.
Candy always been a neutral person. Only time Candy turns up is when the beef is personally given to her.
I agree with that. I absolutely agree. Candy don't never bring the fight. You said what now?
No, I said I know we're gonna see more of that of the Candy stuff because they kind of went us. They kind of like baby stepped us into that whole little situation where her and Nene go at each other. But
yeah,
I think at the end of the day, Eva got a lot to say all the time until it comes time to her telling the truth about what she has said.
Now that's who drained me tonight. Eva got on my last nerve.
And that's the reason why she's not going to be on next season. I don't think Eva's going to be on next season.
I don't think Cynthia's gonna be on next season. I think because her and Michael
Cynthia
getting
already
married.
said she was coming back.
Did she?
Yeah, she made a statement.
Oh, Eva said she's coming back?
No,
Cynthia did.
Was this before or after the article dropped about her and Phaedra?
This is after. This was recent, but I just seen that she made a comment. I could be wrong, but I just saw that she made a comment somewhere saying that she looks forward to filming next season. So
yeah, they said that the article that I read, and it was by one of the more reputable blogs that be posting. They said that Bravo is entertaining the idea of moving Cynthia to. They were talking about because Cynthia's marrying Mike, and she filmed the damn reunion in LA. She didn't even film it in Atlanta. And so they were saying that they were talking about bringing Phaedra back. And honestly, I do think Cynthia will be a better fit with the Beverly Hills girls.
I don't. I feel like Cynthia has. I feel like all of the girls that's a part of the show, excluding Eva, have solidified their spot. I don't think that it would help to get rid of any of them. Like everybody always trying to get. I don't.
Okay.
I want, honestly, personally for me,
I want Phaedra back.
I mean, I could use Phaedra back, but I know Candy not gonna be nice about it.
But Candy's already said that she's fine with Phaedra coming back. She just said that recently. She said she's fine with Phaedra coming back.
But you know what? The only reason why she's fine with Phaedra coming back, I feel like Bravo has offered her more money for her to be fine with Phaedra coming back. But the only person that I do want to see go, honestly, is Eva. The reason why I want to see Eva go is because I don't think she is a good fit for that franchise.
Yeah,
she might be able to fit more if she stopped getting damn pregnant.
I mean, which is why I feel like she's a great addition to the brand because she is actually out here married and having
two of them. She been married. She been on the show 3 seasons and been pregnant 2 of them.
Yeah,
but Eva, honestly, Eva is like a Kourtney Kardashian to me of the show. It's like
I don't watch the Kardashians. So
it's okay. So it's very much so. I'm just here. I'm just existing. She has nothing. Like I'm just existing. There is nothing to me. Eva is a very gorgeous, flawless, beautiful woman, and she will always be that. But her presence in that franchise, on that platform, she's just not interesting enough for me.
I will give you that. I just feel like she's more of a Lisa Nicole Cloud from Married to Medicine.
Exactly.
Because Lisa Nicole never really, like her puzzle piece, even Jackie, and I, switching gears just a little bit, even Jackie, as prim and proper as Jackie has been since the show started, no drama, no cursing, no turning up, no nothing, Jackie still fits into the puzzle. And Lisa Nicole never did. And I feel like I agree with y'all. Eva doesn't either, but I don't feel like Eva has given herself a chance to because, like I said,
that's the only thing.
2 of the seasons
Eva's got a fair chance yet.
2 of the seasons she's been pregnant, so you can't really travel, you can't really do much. You're limited, and then the whole Kevin McCall thing. I do think her storyline regarding the adoption and all of that. I do think that was beautiful. Because we all we got to see are in the blogs about what Kevin McCall was doing and what was going on. And I'm gonna tell you another thing that I felt like was real mad out of pocket that I did not fuck with. I don't give a fuck what Eva's finances look like. For Marlo to come out of her face about that girl's credit, her bridesmaids, where she living, all of that stuff, I feel like that's mad out of pocket because the girl.
But she didn't do anything. But Marlo don't do anything different than what your fave do. Your fave do the same thing. Nene do the same thing. Whenever Nene gets some information, about a girl that she do not see it for, you best believe she's gonna use it.
But who else did? Oh, I'm sorry. Who else has been in danger the way Eva and her child have been in danger like that though?
I mean, no.
To the point where you have to have a restraining order against somebody.
Okay, but the situations is different, but I'm saying the whole dynamics of let me be a mess to this bitch that I don't see it for. Marlo doesn't do it. It's no different from your messy.
I feel like you could be messy without putting somebody in danger. And I feel like when you get to the point of having to have restraining orders to protect your kids and you have to move around multiple times for all of that stuff, I just feel like, and I'm not, if Nene had did this to that, For example, as much as I love Phaedra did that bullshit to Candy. She repeated what Carlos told her because that's the part they edited out of the reunion that people seem to forget about. But yeah, Phaedra, you were out of pocket too because you didn't have no fucking proof of what. And I said this about Nene earlier. You ain't have no proof that Candy said this, but you let Carlos King put that fucking battery in your back and you took the brunt of it. Marlo, you had a rumor about Eva. You didn't know this shit to be true. You don't know what the fuck that woman finances and shit look like, but you got your black ass on camera talking about, well, this ain't her house and she don't live where she live. Meanwhile, this woman got a whole goddamn restraining order against this psycho trying to protect her kids. So that's what I'm saying. Like this whole, and you're right. Nene has done it with rumors and stuff too, but I feel like Marlo and Phaedra would take the cake because now you fucking with people's safety and their livelihood.
Yeah. But I also feel like as long as Eva has that type of stuff going on, they're going to keep bringing her back because she's still going back and forth with this guy. And my thing is also this with Eva. With Portia spearheaded the show in a different direction. That's good for younger crowds, but I don't want the show to turn into Love and Hip Hop. They need people that's actually married in relationships. So I don't want them to keep bringing motherfuckers back that's single. Huh?
But Portia is in a relationship.
No, I'm talking about when Portia was single. And Portia was out doing her and Portia was dating and stuff like that. And I feel like when she started letting her hair down, she brought a different perspective, which I agree with. But if you take it back to like a couple years ago, everybody was fucking single. I feel like Nene was getting a divorce. Cynthia wasn't with nobody. Kenya wasn't with nobody. Portia wasn't with nobody. I'm glad that they get it back to relationships. Like I don't want them really bringing Phaedra back that much because unless she's married, like I don't got time for this to turn into love.
Oh, you talking about when they brought her back after?
If Phaedra comes back, let me tell you something. If Phaedra comes back, that show is going to be very interesting.
Phaedra, Phaedra was still married. Cynthia and Peter was still. So yeah, three.
No, I'm talking about when Cynthia wasn't married too.
That's weird. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. It just kind of cut off. But I feel like if Phaedra comes back, she's gonna shoot them ratings through the roof.
I feel like at first she will. It'll be interesting to see her after her relationship without not having, we see how she suffered when the year after the relationship wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? She struggled. And then on top of that, she threw Candy under the bus and that was her demise. You know what I'm saying? I ultimately felt like she's a great asset. She's a liar. And she got to get past that part first. Everybody miss her because everybody like mess now. We were civilized like 5 or 6 years ago, so we was over her ass. But now everybody like bullshit, which is why Nene's reigning supreme. Because if you really look at it, Nene had no storyline, her damn self. Nene had nothing going on. But everybody else is so bored and need to get kicked off. She had shit going on this season. Not a goddamn thing, except for Swag Boutique. That's it. And Honey,
Swag, and then her and Greg,
#1 single of the world. That's what she got.
Y'all are so childish. And y'all, I'm about to cheat like hell on my diet and go get me some damn nuggets from
No, you need to get you some water until you get home and then have
I'm around the corner. No, I'm at my house. I'm around the corner.
Nice
I was about to go to McDonald's.
once you get to the house. Don't you cheat on that diet.
Fine. I'm taking my fat ass home. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go home and eat. Cause baby, listen, I was finna make this car go in a circle and go give me a 2 for $3 with some sweet and sour sauce and a Sprite.
Don't you do it. It's gonna be out of control and you're gonna be upset. And I ain't gonna want to hear about it. I'm gonna say, remember that night we was on live and you could have went home and got them chicken nuggets with honey mustard and ranch. Okay.
I don't want to hear it. But no, like I aside from the whole cancer association thing with her and Greg that was like that lasted for 2 episodes and her beef with the girls, Nene really, a lot of them didn't really have a storyline this year. If you really want to be quite honest about it, I think the only people who really had a storyline is Portia and Dennis with the cheating scandal, Candy and Todd, the new baby, and all them businesses, which Candy baby, that's a mogul. I already told y'all how I feel about her.
Portia, and Cynthia too, because she met Mike.
Oh, well, okay, her and Mike getting engaged, which is another thing that I felt like was mad out of pocket.
About it,
so hold on, let's address this.
Eva having babies, so Nene was the only person who really didn't have shit going on this season. which is why she was on her apology
let's run through the
tour.
girls.
Apology tour.
Let's
as
run through the
Candy
girls.
Coat.
What was Kenya's storyline?
Kenya was Mark.
With
Oh,
Mark.
yeah, you're right. Okay.
She
So
was the season. What are you talking about?
I had to think
She
about it. I
carried
said, wait
this
a minute.
season. I don't care what nobody say. Kenya Moore whore carried this motherfucking season.
Come on, Kenya Moore whore. What kind of whore does
Because
that?
that's
Baby, Phaedra's one-liners are
Kenya
everything.
carried this season. And people hate to give it to her. And the only reason why Candy is gonna pull up on anybody is because Nene can't keep Candy name out her motherfucking mouth.
At all.
I agree
Candy
with
would
that.
have been
I
the most
agree with
boring
that.
person this season if it wasn't for the Nene shit. And Nene just mad because she ain't getting no spin-offs.
I just feel like Candy was real. Like, I love Candy. Y'all know I'm 10 toes down for Atlanta native. But I just felt like Candy was definitely giving me Sheree Whitfield energy this season. She was running back telling people all type of shit. But the difference between Candy and Sheree is at least Candy was coming back with facts and not afraid to say what she said.
But see,
Like,
I think Candy is the type of person, like, at the end of the day, you gonna see I was sitting here in this bitch face as they was dragging you, and I'm gonna look fake as fuck for not saying nothing about it.
Right.
So it's like
Kenya,
it would be different if the
Eva,
shit wasn't on TV. Candy be like, well, y'all gonna say, you gonna see me sitting right here, and I'm gonna be smiling in your face, acting like I don't know what the fuck going on.
And the thing about it is, Candy is not gonna pick and choose who she's gonna tell the shit to.
Yeah, she's gonna tell the truth.
Candy gonna tell you what was said, how it was said, who said it, and that's just that on that.
I agree with you on that. I absolutely agree, which is why I'm always be 10
calling
down
her messy. But I'm like, but if Candy didn't do that much, child, she wouldn't be on the show. Well, she probably would be on the show, but she
definitely would be on the show.
Yeah,
her and Nene are the money. Her and Nene are the money makers on that show. But what I will say is this: my only issue, and that was the other thing. Like one thing Candy ain't gonna tolerate. You ain't gonna call me no liar. And I felt like Eva caught real quick when they had that sit down. And Portia said, well, Candy told me that you said X, Y, and Z. And Eva was like, I never said that. And Candy was like, so I'm a liar. I think Eva called real quick. Let me shut the fuck up. Like,
exactly.
Eva one of them type of people that just be talking. I don't think she even strategizes the shade that she throws.
But my thing is, if you wanna read a girl, you need to remember the fucking book you read that bitch out of.
Yeah.
And
listen, I cannot
deal with a girl that wants to read, and then when she's reminded of the book, that hoe don't know what the fuck going on.
Because you know she don't remember.
And I
hate over there gluing.
She swears, I'm not gluing that. I'm getting my stuff together. I just got to the house.
Nothing.
Y'all over there building houses and shit.
When I tell y'all, and I'm home now, so y'all about to hear my dogs barking in a minute because I got to let them out.
We wrapping it up anyway.
Okay, cool. But yeah, like
Maurice said earlier that the read of the night was Kenya Moore. He said, baby, that drag queen, that white drag queen joke. Oh yeah, Kenya definitely dug in that ass with the white chicks and the white drag queen. She the old Nene ass out.
I think the two that I saw the most on my timeline were definitely, it was a toss-up between, and I know Lyric does not go up for this comment because he said it earlier, but the two reads of the night that were on my timeline heavy that everybody went up for, that I feel like is a toss-up for the win, I feel like was Portia about Eva's titties, and when Kenya told Nene she looked like a scene out of White Chicks. When I tell you I could have drove my
Nene
car
titties
off
was
the
social
road,
distancing too, but nobody, I didn't want to throw that in the mix, but Nene was doing a little, hers was 5-6 feet apart as well.
not 5 to 6 feet apart.
Hers just a little bit bigger, Eva giving a little, a little sinkage. Cause she ain't had a baby, but
Eva giving me a little
on that social distance.
I was about to say Eva giving me a little A cup situation, and a easy double D. Hey y'all. Sorry y'all, let me get my children together. Come on, let's go outside. Come on. Let's go, because you ain't going in my house and we're not gonna play them games. Sorry y'all, but I'm back. But I think I'm very excited for next week. Are we doing a part 2 for this next week? Do I need to be prepared for a part 2?
I'm gonna try to give a little critiquage and review about each of the shows. So I definitely keep
I'm down. I can't wait. I'm excited because I felt like tonight was, and I'm gonna say this before we get off. I think tonight was real good, healthy dialogue, and I think that it was good, diverse dialogue, as opposed to having all these same perspectives and stuff. So I thank you for providing the platform because I think tonight was absolutely awesome. Like I enjoyed getting y'all's perspectives.
We just trying to get you to come over and just be
Baby.
Kenya.
I will never be Team Kenya.
Please.
We trying to get you over here.
Until Kenya takes accountability.
But that's the crazy part. Because how can y'all be like that with Kenya and not be like that with Nene? It's the same shit. It's the same shit.
No. Hold up. Kenya said, no. Let's give two examples before we close out tonight, since we back on this. They said, Nene, you are accused of saying Kenya did not use her own egg to have her daughter. I did say it. I ain't apologizing for it. Accountability. Kenya, I'm gonna step over. I gotta step over to the other screen because Kenya was in her living room. Kenya, how would you feel if someone brought the cookie lady or brought the woman that Mark was texting and sat her down in front of you the way you brought the cookie lady and sat her down in front of Tanya? Well, I feel like it wasn't him entertaining. He just didn't give the girl. Take accountability for what you said. Like, just admit, okay, I might have been wrong, or I would have respected her more if she had said, you know what, I would definitely have felt some type of way, and I probably would have been ready to cut somebody. I would have respected her more if she had said that.
I feel like it will come when they really, really dig into the situation.
So you think Kenya's going to apologize to Tanya? Huh? You think Kenya's going to offer a sincere apology for bringing the cookie lady and sitting her down in front of her?
I don't think it'll be sincere because I don't think that Kenya really cares about the people on the show, but I think she'll apologize.
And that's the problem. I don't feel like it's sincere.
Well, it's not going to, because at the end of the day, I think we all look at the show as if they're really friends, and they're really not. That's why I
think certain girls are.
Kenya knows how to be on the TV. Kenya knows how to be good TV, and she knows the business. Like, so a lot of people be expecting them to be best friends, like how, Cynthia and Candy and Kenya, I feel like they're cool. But she's not really cool with Tanya like that. She don't owe that bitch nothing. Tanya shouldn't have tried to take down the $1 billion Kenya Moore Hair business franchise. Little baby, the baby gotta eat. Okay. She tried to hurt my girl with that motherfucking weed track. And my girl didn't like that. So my girl had to get her ass back. Okay.
And she got her back in the worst way.
And she did.
No. Oh, wait a minute. Since we gonna talk about it, well, we can address that since we still on live.
No.
My issue. Hold on. I'm not even talking about. I'm gonna take the cookie lady sit down out of it because the sit down with the cookie lady happened after the first two incidents. What I had an issue with is we are sitting at this table together. So let's just say. You dating somebody, I'm still in a relationship, and TJ, you dating somebody, right?
Okay.
Me and you done had a conversation because me and you went over to Smoothie King and we ran into somebody in Smoothie King and they saying, I was out at Buckhead Law Firm. I was out at First Fridays or whatever, and I ran into TJ's person, and we was flirting back and forth, and TJ's person was doing and you gonna sit here and she knew she was being messy and insinuating that it was Tanya's dude. That is my issue.
If you go back and look at the unedited, the scenes that they took out. Did you watch that?
Have they shown them yet?
They showed it after the last episode. It was like all the unreleased scenes where she went and saw the cookie lady at the cookie store after the sit down with Tanya. Did you see that episode?
No, I did not.
If you pay attention to the details in the episode, you will see how I feel like Bravo set it up and Kenya just took the bait for it because it was going to be cute in her defense. Because when she was talking to Tanya, it's like they didn't even know each other. Like, you wouldn't have, because I even feel like if Kenya had set that up, they would have shown Kenya going to talk to that lady or at least played the scene. She was like, oh yeah, it was given very much so like, oh yeah, you were there. I saw you were there. It didn't even seem like they had a conversation prior to, well, girl, I need you to come here and do this because I need you to come and meet these girls. It was given
So
very
you don't
so
think?
like,
So you don't think Kenya reached out to the cookie lady to have her come over
no,
there and
I
talk to
think
that girl
Bravo
at that
set it
restaurant?
up. I still feel like Kenya's wrong for agreeing to be the face of it, but I feel like Bravo set it up. Especially once Cynthia them start throwing the bone out there that this could potentially be something. Because Tanya wouldn't have been
And
a
they was
part of it.
talking about some whore because everybody at the table, because everybody, Candy and Cynthia was with Kenya at the store when she was talking to the cookie lady. So they like, wait a minute. And in their interviews, you see them saying like, y'all see Kenya trying to go at Tanya, like, and Tanya's over here oblivious, like the blonde. I love Tanya. She's such a sweetheart. But she's sitting over here like the blonde airhead, like confused about what's going on.
It reminds me of
so
Phaedra.
You said what?
She reminds me of Phaedra.
She don't have the. She doesn't have. I don't think she has the range to be Phaedra.
No, I'm not saying a full Phaedra. I'm talking about in the aspect of her acting all innocent, but I really feel
okay.
Oh, so yeah, Tanya was like, are y'all talking? Like, she was trying to figure out like who y'all were alluding to, because when they previewed it before the season aired, I was thinking that Kenya was going at Portia and Dennis again because of the cheating allegation. But you going at Tanya and Paul, and they have a more solid relationship than you have with Mark.
But let's get off of this. Let me put you onto some game though. Because if Tanya was a bad bitch, she would have handled that situation differently. If Tanya wanted a peach, Tanya should have reeled that girl in and said, "Oh my God, are you serious? And then let's get my boyfriend, fiance on this show so I can have another scene so y'all can get into this relationship. And I'm going to give you this fake scripted ass situation that I want y'all to have so I can seem like I'm a good asset to your show." But what she want to do is play victim, which is very boring, and sit there and I'm not going to disclose anything about my life and my marriage. I'm going to defend my man right here. And that's not going to get you on the TV show. That's one reason why Candy stays on the show. Regardless of how boring she appears to be, it's because you get Candy's real life.
And she's very transparent with her life.
Yeah, but if Tanya was a smart girl, she would know, okay, bitch, let me milk this. Since y'all want to milk me, I'm gonna milk y'all. But some people want to be so political on reality TV, which there's a balance. I do agree. But that's why I always
I'm on reality TV, and I definitely hold a certain balance.
Because I would have said at the table, and I would have cried my ass out and said, "I'm going to confront my husband, and I need y'all to film this shit because I need to be holding a goddamn peach this next month."
Academy Award and the Academy Award and the Academy Award.
But you know what? You know some of these. But you know the thing is, some of these girls and some of these people in general want to be on reality TV, but they don't want to live the lives, or they don't want to accept what comes with the territory of being on reality TV. And it's like, if you can't accept it, like the certain things that comes with being on reality TV, then sweetheart, you don't need to be on there.
Yeah, that's why. Because
I mean, to be honest with you, when you're on reality TV, you're putting yourself out there. I mean, and I don't think, unless you guys, see it in another way, I don't think that there's a such thing as privacy when you're on a reality television show. There's no such thing as privacy.
I disagree. I think there's a balance because I'm on a show and I still hold a certain level of privacy, because I just feel like everybody's business ain't nobody's business. So while, yes, I will. Can y'all see me?
Yeah.
Okay. So while I feel like, yeah, I'm going to give you the transparency of what's going on in my life, I do feel like there is a certain level of balance, because I feel like if you don't have some type of a balance, you'll go crazy. I feel like you'll go crazy. And while Candy does let us into her life, I still think there's certain stuff that Candy keeps private.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's why I said there's a balance. But it's reality. They're not giving you, it's none of your business. I'm not going to talk about this. That's why Kenya got it so hard when she tried to be private about her relationship. Girl, that's not why we asked you to be a part of our show. Yeah, they talked about her relationship for years, but girl, no ma'am. Like, we finna deduct this pay because, bitch, you tried us on the whole season trying to be private about this situation with this new husband you got. But it's this
is the Real Housewives, but you don't want us to film you getting married and becoming a wife.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the same thing, because even the first time that she got a bone was the situation when Nene had read her, would not read, but said something about, well, maybe you used to be looking for somebody else because your boyfriend he won't marry you. That's a conversation we need to have. But apparently her husband doesn't like to film, so you may not ever get a peach because we're not going to ever see your fucking relationship. So
you talking about Paul and Tanya?
But you want to be a part of the show. It doesn't work like that. That's why we saw more of Marlo. Marlo had to let us in. We saw a vulnerable side of Marlo. So people was like,
yeah, we saw the kids and all of that.
Huh?
We saw the kids and all of that, like her being,
yeah, like you gotta
which
be.
I think is more than.
That's what I love about Married to Medicine, is because it's the most realistic form of housewives that I've ever seen. Like you really get the aspect of marriage and mess at the same time, and they're educated business women. So it's so it's like the down on a different level. So if they could get housewives like that, just imagine how much more successful the franchise would be.
I agree with you.
So it's a lot of different stuff.
Because I feel like you need a Heavenly. I don't think, this is the one thing that I will say, I don't feel like Atlanta Housewives has a Heavenly. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. So Heavenly and her husband are both very successful doctors with longevity in the business, have been doing it for a while, extremely. When Heavenly said to Toya that you begged, borrowed, and stole to get that house, and we know you ain't got no furniture, Toya can't say shit to Heavenly. And you want to know why Toya can't say shit to Heavenly? Because if Heavenly wanted to, Heavenly could go to her bank account and turn around and buy Toya's house and still finish paying for hers. And Toya know that shit. It ain't I think, okay, I'll take that back.
That's why I don't think
Candy would probably be
on Beverly Hills. Candy ain't got enough money for Beverly Hills now.
She definitely ain't got enough money for Beverly. For as money-wise, you're right, she don't. But personality, I feel like she would fit in with them. She's very, like, she has that, I don't know the word right now, but she definitely has the personality to fit in with the ladies from Beverly Hills. But I take that back. I feel like Candy is the Heavenly of the show. Because Candy did tell Marlo a couple seasons ago, if you really want to go there, I can take care of every motherfucker sitting on the platform because I've earned it. And she could. She could buy all y'all life twice.
Yeah, that's the reason why, like, a lot of people feel like the Atlanta Housewives work because of the ghetto. And I think that the people that don't comment, the people that don't
the ghetto
to the Stan Wars are the people that are successful business women that relate to people like Candy and relate to the Cynthias and relate to certain people that's not all rah, 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 rah. Yeah, the loud people gonna be the ones that's doing all the interviews and talking all the shit like Nene, but you need different type of women on the show because all women are not ghetto. All women are not loud. All women are not bullies and bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I love about the franchise, that it has a variety. That's why I don't like when everybody's getting along and doing the same shit and acting like the same person, because it's boring as fuck. But yeah, some of the different aspects. But anyway, let's wrap this up because we ain't got to talking. It went way over. I enjoyed y'all.
Are you still bringing people on tonight to ask questions or no?
Well, I was, but we ain't talked so long, and I feel like
because y'all have baby y'all talk.
I don't know. Let me comment
and I was in Augusta.
If they want to put anything. Well, they watching it, so let me wait a couple seconds, see if anybody want to chime in, and then we'll wrap it up.
Because I see comments, but I'm trying to read them from my iPad, and it won't let me. How do I?
Yeah, you need to upgrade. That's a little ghetto.
You tried it. You don't even have Apple. You don't even have Apple products. So
baby,
y'all
ain't never got y'all shit together, baby. These Nene fans.
Oh, there we go. Never mind. I had my comments turned off. They're turned on now.
They're turned on now. Come on.
Kiss my ass. He makes me sick, Jesus. Oh, I have my comments turned off. That's what it is.
Come on.
Somebody said, but Tanya isn't a bad bitch. Oh, no. Oh, that's Josh. Josh said, but Tanya isn't a bad bitch. I'm waiting for Kenya is great TV, period. Kenya is great TV, but she ain't gonna apologize.
But she will be political about the shit now. She will apologize for politician reasons. She will.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for it.
And she gonna smirk after.
I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, yeah.
You just, in conclusion, I think you just need to drop Moose Leaks. She has done her time. She has done her time. I understand that y'all want to be ride or die, but right now she's in a stage of delusion, and her time is up. I feel like Nene's time, honestly,
She
I feel like Nene's
that girl
her
too old
impact is up.
Who too old?
Nene.
I feel like Nene's impact on reality on the Real Housewives of Atlanta is up. It's over.
I agree.
It's a wrap.
I do agree.
You think that her impact has run its course?
But she's desperate right now. She's spitting on people. She trying to fight people. Nene ain't never done no dumb shit like that.
Never.
I agree. Out of control last season.
Never.
Like, girl, it's really time. It's you can't do it no more.
She's snatching pregnant girls because they want to go in her closet. Like she's in a stage of it's time for her to sit down.
Well, last
Jay said Nene gotta stay. He said you gotta stay.
Agree.
I agree.
Nene does need to stay. But this is my thing.
Right.
So last season, what was irritating to me is that I feel like they showed a portion of what Nene was dealing with Greg, but they didn't really delve too much into it. And I feel like you said what now?
We didn't need no more than what we got. Because it was gonna turn into a whole nother different it was gonna turn into something sad. We didn't need all that. She should have took the year off. Honestly.
Yeah, Nene, I think Nene was really stressed out. Like, I don't think she was like being a bitch. I think Nene was really going through it with Greg and putting up with him, and trying to take care of him and trying to film the show and trying to navigate how to deal with cancer and this, that, and the other thing. And I felt for her last year. I really felt for her because I know people who have gone through cancer and stuff, and I just don't feel like, I don't think people gave her enough credit as a caretaker.
It's so funny, these comments.
What I can let me turn the comments back on. Hold on for a second. I just feel like people didn't give
Candy, let her go finish the Masked Singer.
No.
Y'all can't take Candy Barras, baby. Y'all cannot take that.
I'm sorry. I like Candy Burrs. I'm here. The only thing Candy does that gets on my nerves is that she won't check her mom for disrespecting her marriage. And I feel like if her marriage ever has a demise, it'll be because of her mom.
Who?
Candy. I feel like if her and Todd end up ending, I feel like if something happens drastically between the two of them, I feel like it would be because she will not.
Candy's dick now. That's something she ain't gonna do. She can stop a lot of shit, but Candy gonna.
And I think that's the reason why Candy's and Todd's marriage is not going to be over, because Candy is not going to allow her mom. She may be, kind of like, I'm not going to say weak, but she may be like, kind of passive when it comes to her mom making certain comments about her husband.
But you don't think Todd is going to get fed up with that and be like, I'm done? I'm not dealing with this no more?
No, because
Candy knows her mom. So she knows that lady going to talk her shit. She knows that lady not going to probably ever want her to be with nobody else. And it's like, that she knows her mom. That's why she could be so passive about her behavior. But she's not gonna check her mama because that's her mama.
And at the end of the day, it's not like,
and everybody's different. I'm sorry,
it's not like her mom's. It's not like her mom's comments is making Candy look at Todd in a different way.
Now that I will give you, because she damn sure ain't changed her opinion about him whatsoever.
Right, exactly.
I'm not worried about Candy leaving. I don't think Candy would leave Todd behind some crap that Mama Joyce has said. What I'm telling you is, I think at some point,
she is like Kyle Richards on Beverly Hills. Beautiful gowns, bad accent, boring, and bad makeup.
Who are they referring to?
Candy Barras. Look, I've already explained that Candy, she has a whole other different demographic than the ones of y'all that want to see Hood Rat, Moose Leaks.
I love Candy.
Portia Williams. I love Candy on the show. I love business people. I love people, that's family oriented, that work hard, that overwork. Right. I relate to her. So
you know what? Housewives made those girls. Housewives didn't make Candy.
Yep.
Right.
It's true. It helped her expand, but she was already making money. She was already a millionaire.
Exactly.
Right.
And she didn't have to come out with honey.
Not just a millionaire. She was a multi-millionaire.
She should have called Candy to help her produce that track. But I think she got mad that she worked with Kim and didn't work with her, so she felt like she was gonna go somewhere else.
Y'all, I'm weak.
But I
am weak and weary.
That's probably why she mad at Candy, because she probably did ask Candy, and Candy said no. So come on. Yeah, chat. But okay.
Come get this honey. Is that how the song go? Come on and get this honey.
I don't know how the song go. I ain't listened to it. I have no desire to listen to it. It sounds like it was made in my basement.
Now, did I see you come in and say you wasn't gonna dance to it? Somebody said you should dance to a class to it.
Everybody kept tagging me in that challenge, and I said absolutely not. I will not associate my brand to this caliber of music.
And I was just about to say, I was like, now Lyric, don't let me catch you making no
it's not happening.
To this song.
After she spit on my girl,
I'm sending
Kenya Moore.
I'm sending Lyric.
You're washed up. You can come on your ass somewhere else. Thank you so very much.
I'm sending Lyric my next single so he can dance to it in class.
Dexter said it's about.
Who said that?
Dexter,
get out of my face.
I appreciate that. That's what you like. Everybody has different caliber of music with different tastes. Your music level is a little lower than mine, and I accept that. I respect you for your music level. And and Jay said it's a low key, it's a bop low key, it's low key trash. And it is what it is. I still love y'all though. Come on. TJ.
Come on. Help. TJ, help me.
I don't have nothing. I'm not.
Baby, I can't even breathe. Come here, baby.
I'm just playing, Dexter. I'm just playing, baby. I understand why y'all like it. The song sounds like it came out in '92. It sounds like a remake of I Got Beans, Greens, Collards, and Boom and Ding.
Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna mix those two songs together.
Let me tell you something. What I've learned about when it comes to music and lyric, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Here's the
thing.
I made a post about Aaliyah once upon a time, and I said, and why did I do that?
Here's my thing. So here's my thing, TJ. I'm with Lyric when it comes to music because I take myself out of the fan category because I do music. That is that. I'm sorry. What?
Sometimes.
Oh no, I didn't say anything.
Sometimes I do what? Sometimes I do music.
When it come to Beyonce, but we on Housewives, so I ain't gonna. We're not gonna bring Beyonce here, but
we're not gonna talk about Beyonce. But in terms of music, I'm with Lyric on that. I have to be objective as a musician before I step into anything as a fan because I'm a musician myself. So if some music is some trash, I don't give a fuck if it's your favorite. If some music is some trash, it's some trash. If the quality ain't
like
there,
come on is trash.
I haven't heard the damn song, but from what I heard on Instagram, I wasn't inclined to go to my Apple Music and type it in.
Jay said you lied.
What am I lying about? If some music is some trash, I will say it's some trash. Go find me where I was lying at.
Trey, quit lying.
Josh, where have you seen me?
How you say you a Nene fan that you haven't listened to her #1 record?
Because it's not number one.
Doing better than everybody in the franchise that she said on the fucking reunion tonight.
I don't blame you, Trey. You don't have to listen to it, friend.
Can't you pull it up on your iPod?
I want Josh to tell me what I'm lying about when it comes to music. If some music is some trash, it's some trash. I was not inclined from the clips that I heard on Instagram to go type into my Apple Music and listen to that song. And I probably won't.
Of Nene, you should have went and streamed it. It's #1.
Lyric, you are trolling and I'm not entertaining your shit. Somebody said it's a cute little dance bop. Trey, you like the most trash ass shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you claim you're not biased. What music have I talked about that was trash? Post it in the comments, friend. Which song did I say that I go up for?
Comments.
Man, I will cuss Josh out. I will cuss Josh out in real life. So what I'm trying to find out is what music has you seen me go up for that was garbage? Please tell me.
Dexter said the song is gonna go diamond, and I think when he says diamond, he's referring to Diamond from Crime Mob because that's the only level that song is gonna get to. Okay, that's it.
At Diamond's level of Crime Mob, though.
If it go diamond, it won't be because of me.
It won't be because
It won't be because of me. I won't have no parts.
But I will say this: aside from Candy.
I love Diamond.
I haven't listened to anybody's music from
Crime Mob. I love y'all. Y'all have nothing if you bug.
I haven't listened to Portia's single. I have not listened to Kim Zolciak's music other than what I saw on the reunion. So
mind you, I was working with Portia when she had that single. I was one of her choreographers until they decided that they wasn't gonna pay me. So catch that T, take it to the bank. for all of you Portia fans, which is why one of the reasons why I really.
Oh, hold on. This is what this about. Josh is mad because I like Monica, and he's just, they go up for Brandy, and I'm not doing. That's what I knew it was some bullshit.
You like Monica? You like Monica over Brandy?
I'm not gonna say that I like Monica over Brandy. What I'm saying is, if we're talking in terms of who knows their sound consistently and is consistently putting out dope ass music on a consistent basis, I think that it's Monica over Brandy. Brandy does not. Everything that I've yet to find a cohesive sound from Brandy, and that's what I'm waiting for.
This man, I said,
and I
think love Candy sounding like a goat.
Well, you know what? Honestly, how in terms of Brandy and Monica, and this coming from me, like I'm not really a fan of neither one of them. However, I do like them equally the same. I honestly like them equally the same. But when it comes to music, when it comes to like their catalog and stuff, I will honestly say that Brandy is, to me, in my opinion, is more interesting than Monica. I feel like Monica is. I think she talks about the same thing over and over again. I just feel like it's the same song and dance with her over and over and over again.
I can see what you're saying.
Like it's literally the same song. And as to where Brandy is a little bit, when it comes to her music or whatever, she's more versatile to me than Monica.
I'm gonna tell you why I say what I say about Brandy. And I'm gonna quote a Brandy fan who be going up on my timeline for Brandy all the time. Even one of her fans shared on my status, on my wall, not on my wall, but it was a status that was shared on my timeline, said that he never likes her covers and she always releases the worst singles. To me, that is an artist that doesn't know their own sound. Brandy can sing leaps and bounds better than a lot of artists in the industry. And Brandy has a better voice than Monica. She does. I'm not taking that from her whatsoever. But when your own fans are saying that you picked the wrong singles and your album covers always look crazy and whatever, I think there's something to be said about that. And I'm not a Brandy hater at all. I love Brandy. I think she sounds amazing. But what I'm saying is I don't think Brandy, in the 20 years she's been in this goddamn industry, I don't think Brandy knows her own sound like that. And that's I feel like if Brandy knew her sound the way Monica knows what to do to stay in her lane and that sort of thing, I feel like Brandy could be. We supposed to be talking about. I feel like Brandy could be a diamond selling artist, and that's gonna be the last of what I'm gonna say on that topic. Lord, put me, because I'm about to log. Oh, Brandy, I'm not doing this with you, Josh.
It's been 2 hours yet.
2 hours and 3 minutes.
I ain't calling y'all on the live no more because y'all just be talking and talking and talking.
Listen, we had a good dialogue, friend, and we only went off topic for about 20 minutes of this, and that's been the last 20 minutes. But aside from that, we've been on topic the whole time.
All right. Okay. In conclusion, once again, so it was a good overall reunion show.
Yes.
Yes.
We can agree on that. Everybody enjoyed it. It wasn't as trash as we thought it was going to be.
Agreed.
Portia was being, annoying. We can all agree.
She's a lapdog.
She was being a lapdog.
I don't agree that Portia was annoying. Eva annoyed me tonight. So
Eva was annoying a little bit, but Eva got read down. Portia was a lapdog. Nene got what she deserved.
Nene got read too.
Kenya did read Nene tonight. I'll let you know.
Cynthia was operating from a Android, hence the reason why her sound.
I don't feel like. Listen, did you hear her goddamn sound? I don't even remember what Cynthia talked about or what she contributed to the reunion.
It wasn't her topic tonight, so it wasn't
her.
Yeah, it was really about Nene, as Nene said. It's
so
always
we can say honestly, just in conclusion, we can say Kenya won tonight.
Yeah.
No, I think Portia won tonight. That's a toss-up. I told y'all earlier, it's a toss-up between them two reads. That white woman comment and them social distancing titties, I think that's a tie.
But the titty comment wasn't even, I don't know. It's just certain things that when somebody is reading, it's like, you gotta like really hit a bitch like they the only person that look like that. Or they the only person that got that's like standing like that or has that on or something. You know, attacking Eva and her titties is like, girl, y'all aunties probably titties separate like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I really didn't get like.
But they aunties are not sitting on that platform either.
That's true, but it's like, but I don't know. I don't know. I didn't go up for it.
Like
it
that's the
really,
thing. Like with me with reading, like it really gotta like make sense.
It gotta make right. It has
I
to
felt
make
like
sense
it
for me.
definitely-
I feel like Portia did bring it though. I'll give Portia that. Portia was good for what she was. I just feel like it'd be too much for me.
And
I'm not a team too much. I'm a team.
It was very the read was very
but-
much so. The read was very much so. Oh, okay.
But this wasn't a
It was.
this
It was
moment
cute for the
wasn't a
time.
read for me.
But
But she
when it come
said
to reading,
they were asking
she the one
Portia.
for me.
They asked something. Can y'all hear me still?
Barely. But
Hello. What the hell?
You and Cynthia got the same phone.
I felt like the moment that was the funniest part for me with Portia was when he asked her something towards the end, and Eva tried to interject, and Portia said, "Bitch, shut up."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo,"
because y'all like a little bit hip hop type shit. That's why y'all
baby, that Decatur came up out of her quick. And Portia was drunk. Let's be clear. Portia, that Hennessy hit her real good tonight. Portia was nice and drunk.
Portia gonna get her ass beat by the right person. That's what's gonna happen.
You think so?
I think so. Portia just so happened to run up on some people that ain't fighters, but she gonna talk crazy to the right bitch. That's why I'm glad Candy didn't bop her ass, because Portia gonna find the right hoe, and y'all favorite person in the world gonna get embarrassed.
Yo, I would pay money to see Candy and Portia fight. I feel like that'll be a damn good throwdown.
I don't want them to fight. I don't really.
Oh no, not on camera. Like I mean, like if they did like a charity match, like a boxing match or something, and they took the money and donated it to charity or whatever the case may be. Like let's just say they had like back when the whole Rapegate situation happened and they were still beefing and this, that, and the third. Let's just say we gonna squash our beef and we gonna do like a charity. I would pay money to see the two of them throw hands against each other. Like they both, Candy from College Park, Portia from Decatur, or no, Candy's from wherever part of Atlanta she's from, but Portia from Decatur, like those are two real Atlanta girls. Like
I don't look at Portia as a real fighter, but it's something about Candy that gives me, she got a good old left and right on her ass. Like,
I believe Candy got hands.
I feel like Portia be pulling hair. And just got a badass attitude. That's what I get from Portia.
Really?
Yeah. I get a hair puller and I got a nasty ass attitude. So I'm gonna hit you first. But if I get a fighter, she gonna beat my ass after the first
Portia very much so give me hair pull and scratch.
Yeah.
So you don't think she whooped her assistant ass in that alley that year?
Yeah, I think it was very much so hair pull and scratch.
I think that her assistant couldn't fight. I feel like she runs up on people. She run up on the right people.
Okay. Because the whole situation with her and Kenya, she didn't beat Kenya's ass.
Yeah, she pulled her hair.
She just dragged her ass across the floor.
But it wasn't even that. It was you got two girls in ball gowns and y'all grabbed the girl
heels on, and both of them fell.
You grabbed the one pulling hair, and of course here you got Kenya. When Portia got a handful of her hair, so you got a security or whoever was pulling Portia standing up,
Carlos.
And of course Kenya's gonna be drugged because you got more help. That wasn't Portia's doing. That really wasn't her beating her ass. Now, did she snatch her?
Oh no, I never said she beat her ass, but she definitely snatched her happy ass.
But let
the Portia stands tell it. Just like the Nene stands, y'all make it bigger than what it is.
Wait a minute. Somebody just said in the comments. Somebody just said in the comments. Hold on. Wait a minute. Somebody said in the comments, Candy can't fight either because she wouldn't fight Tasha from Escape. I was wait a minute now.
Well, that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now.
I wouldn't run up on her.
Wait a minute now. You said you wouldn't run up on Tasha either.
And where were they supposed to fight? They didn't never.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just reading what the comments are saying, friend. I don't know.
Now we ain't said Candy was no certified fighter, but I know that bitch she ain't gonna go out like no punk.
Not at all.
I definitely think that first season she was gonna hand it to Nene big ass.
Listen, I'm gonna walk away before I get to blowing up on your ass.
And Nene ain't walked up on that lady no more since then. She talk all. and holler, but she ain't rocked up on that lady no more. And that's what got on my lady. When she talking about Ken, don't walk up on me and da 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 da. And I'm like, well, bitch, you was following Candy all up in that lady's personal space. Candy was not having it, bitch. You are making me cry. You giving me anxiety. How bad the fuck up? But okay. Thank y'all so much.
Absolutely, it
Thank
was
y'all
so
for
much
everybody
fun.
that was watching or tuning into the live. We'll be here next week. Hopefully, there's more.
We'll be back, y'all.
Yeah, thank you, Trey. Thank you, TJ.
Welcome.
I'm talking to y'all.
Y'all welcome. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Okay. Thank y'all in the comments. Y'all be safe. And I'm out of here.